While Goku, Vados, and Margarita continue their journey, Vados is still jealous because deep down in Vados, she feels something different about Goku. But Vados feels embarrassed every time she looks at Goku. Vados is thinking when Goku arrives and asks, "Hey, Vados, what are you thinking? It wouldn't be about me, would it?" Vados with flushed cheeks and stammery says, No, Lord Goku. I was wondering when we're going to leave. Had Margarita offering somewhere far away from here. Goku says, "Oh, come on, Vados. She even looks nice." Vados angrily responds, "You pervert." Margarita says, "You're not talking about me, are you, Mr. Goku?" Vados quickly responds, "You offered. We're not talking about you." Suddenly, in the distance, she sees a planet and says, "Mr. Goku, come quickly." Goku and Margarita run to see what Vados wants. Vados says, "Nearby, there's a planet. Let's land there. Is that okay for you, Sir Goku?" Margarita says, "Oh, hey, I'm here too." Vados angrily says, "Shut up." And so they go towards the planet. Hey, how's it going? Just here to remind you to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel so you don't miss any videos, and stay well inside our entire universe of Dragon Ball. Without further ado, let's go back to the point. Minutes passed as he landed on a planet. They noticed that the planet is deserted, as if the inhabitants were gone or fled from it. The three of them starts walking and then stop. Goku says, "Stop. I feel a presence not far from here. Let's go there and find out what and who it is. No. Let's go there to find out what or who it is." At this moment, Vados speaks. "Mr. Goku, if you already noticed his presence, I imagine that he also noticed ours." At that time, Margarita says, "But if Mr. Goku wants to go there, then I'll accompany you." So Vados goes on to say, "Stop being like that. That's not what I meant. I meant..." At that time, Goku interrupts her and finishes her sentence. She meant that since they also know our location, it doesn't make any sense for us to go to him. And it's easier if they come to us. That way, it will give us time to have a strategy. Did you understand, Margarita? Goku walks up to Vados, squeezing her cheeks, and says, "You're a very smart angel." Vados, embarrassed by what just happened, she says, "So, Lord Goku, are you okay with me?" Goku says, "Yeah, Vados, we'll wait for them. Soon I think someone will show up, and things will get more interesting." Margarita, angry at Vados, says, "Hey, you just said that so Goku would stay close to you, right? Isn't it, you traitor?" Vados simply ignores her, and Margarita continues to say, "Come on, talk to me, don't pretend I'm not here." Vados continues to ignore Margarita. Goku decides to get some rest before something happens. While Goku is lying down, Margarita continues there and says, "Mr. Goku, you need me to do something for you?" Goku then responds, No, it's okay, thank you." Margarita continues to say, "Are you sure, Lord Goku? I can do massages if you want, affection in your hair, pets even, whatever you want." Vados hears this and says, "He already said he doesn't need anything, Margarita. Stop being inconvenient. Come on. Let's watch and see if nobody comes here." At that time, Vados and Margarita in front of the cube watching. At that same moment, they see a silhouette from afar, coming from afar as if they were running. Then Vados and Margarita grab their staffs and get ready. Margarita then speaks. "Vados, I must call Lord Goku." Vados with a serious face says, "Yeah." And so it was done. Margarita went to the cube and woke Goku. That silhouette got closer and closer. Goku, Vados, and Margarita are on the sidelines. In battle position, they are expecting the worst. So that silhouette approaches and we can see that it's nothing more than a little boy running amidst the immensity of the desert where they are. Goku says, "Calm down. It's just a kid. Why is he running around here? Maybe he lives nearby." In the distance, that little boy approached. At that time, Vados and Margarita lower their staff. Goku goes to meet the child and says, "Hey, who are you?" Their scared boy says, "Ah, Who are you? What do you want? Why are you here? He sent you, right? To destroy us. Back off or I'll finish you off. Goku bends down and says, Hey, calm down. You can trust me. I won't hurt you. And I didn't come here to destroy you or your family. What do you do in this desert alone? Are you hungry or thirsty? I can get you something to eat and drink. And boy, without understanding much, decides to go with Goku. And then the two return to the Margarita cube. Can you give him something to eat or drink? Questions Goku. Vados, without even questioning, does what Goku asked. And the boy, after eating and drinking something, says, Thank you so much, Lord Goku. You are very kind, differently from the people here. Don't thank me. Thank Vados and Margarita. After all, they are the ones who prepared the meal. And Margarita is the owner of the cube. Thank them. As a sign of respect and appreciation, that little boy lowers his head and thanks them. Thank you very much, Miss Vados and Miss Margarita. Margarita is impressed by the boy's friendliness and says, Oh, Mr. Goku, can I have him? Goku responds, But of course not. You must have a family around here. And it's not like that just because he liked it. He can take it. And if he doesn't want to go on. Anyway, you cannot have him. Then everyone starts laughing. And for a moment, Vados shuts up and says, But boy, what is your name? And why are you coming like that in the middle of the desert? At that moment, the boy answers, Me? My name is Cherry, which means cherry. My mother gave me that name because when I was born, she said I was pretty much like a cherry. But she died. That's why I was running. I wanted to run away from here. They killed her, and she protected me until the end. Vados then continues to say, But who killed her, Cherry? A man who once hung out with a being just like the two of you, but now seems to have been taken away from him, so he's angry. And he took everything from us. Goku, upon hearing, says, Don't worry, Cherry. We will put you... No. Don't worry, Cherry. We will put you out of your misery. Can you show us where this man is? Cherry, still scared, says, But Mr. Goku, if I take you there, he will kill you too. And I don't want to see that happen again. Goku, in an attempt to calm Cherry, says, Don't worry, kid. I'll beat him, that's a promise. And so, the three follow Cherry to where that man is. At this time, it is possible to see that Cherry is afraid and is hiding behind her Margarita dress. And she says, Miss Margarita, are you sure everything will be okay? Will Mr. Goku be fine? He will be fine, won't he? Margarita then responds, But of course! Let me tell you that I'm still new traveling with Mr. Goku and Vados, but Mr. Goku is very strong. Yeah, he defeated Mr. Vermont very easily. You know, Mr. Vermont was my master as well. Just like the angel you said that man has. So Lord Goku and Vados managed to defeat my master. You can rest assured, Mr. Goku will win. You can be sure of that. Vados, listening to the conversation between Margarita and Cherry, completes what she says. Yeah, and he's stronger than before. Lord Goku's powers have increased exponentially since I first met him. So Cherry, are you better, more confident that Goku will win? No matter what happens, he has promised to win, right? Cherry's a little calmer and says, Okay, let's go with me. That man must be up there in that mountain car now. Goku then says, Come up, guys. Cherry, you don't have to come with us, okay? Let us take over from here. So Cherry, with a smile on her face, says goodbye to Goku, Vados, and Margarita. At that time, Cherry says, Good luck, guys! I'll be here waiting for you! And so Cherry runs away. Goku and the others continue to walk towards the mountain. Sometime later, they approach that place and feel a dark energy coming out of the mountain. Upon reaching the top of the mountain, Vados, Goku, and Margarita feel a sinister energy, as if the devil himself were there. Goku, as he approaches, bumps into a rock, which makes a loud noise. Boom! Vados says, Mr. Goku, silence, please! That way we'll be captured or killed easily. Goku scratches his head and smiling says, Sorry, but that stone was already loose. It wasn't my fault. And so they continue on their way. Upon reaching the top of the mountain, a grandiose palace can be seen. Goku, Vados, and Margarita approach carefully. Upon arriving at the front door of the site, Margarita suspects that something is not normal and says so. "Quiet, folks! We're being watched." So at that moment, everyone is just watching. At that moment, when everyone is looking inside the palace, they hear a noise and footsteps. And they suddenly hear a voice. "Who dares enter my palace uninvited?" Despite hearing the voice, no one sees, nothing is, and no one. They again listen. "Who are you? And how dare you enter my palace?" At that time, we see a god of destruction. And he goes on to say, "Set them here? Wait, don't answer me. I will guess. A man with 2 angels. Ah, so you're the one called Goku God Killer, aren't you?" Goku at that time responds, "Yes, I'm Goku." God of Destruction goes on to say, "So they sent you here to exterminate me, right?" What a joke! The old man Zeno-sama is really going nuts! First take my angel, and now they send you to finish me off! Impossible! You are nothing more than just mortals! For you to defeat me, I, the great god of destruction from Universe 3 Moscow, do you really think you can finish me off? At that moment, with anger rising in his heart, Goku says, "I'm going to tear you apart! Who treats a planet like that? Who kills the beings of the universes just because he's pissed off? The age of the gods doing what they want will end here! I will put an end to your misleads! The inhabitants of this planet, they're just tired of being objects of the hand of the gods to mix what they want and what they don't want, threatening and wanting to destroy our planets. It ends here. It ends now!" At that moment, a somber laugh is heard. Do you really think you can come here and tell me how to behave? Is this a big joke? Isn't it, Zeno-sama? Moscow says, looking up, as if he asking Zeno himself. At this point, Moscow stops laughing and becomes serious. In battle position, Moscow says, "Alright, let's go fight, God Killer!" And then he charges at Goku, delivering a direct hit. Goku, who manages to dodge repeatedly, can hardly see his blows. So in his thoughts he says, "He's fast and quick. That will be no problem." At that time, Moscow continues to attack, thus giving several punches at Goku. It's impressive to see how Goku manages to dodge with that speed. At that time, Moscow gets angry because all of the blows landed, not a single blow was actually hit. So at that moment, Moscow changes his strategy. And instead of trying to hit Goku with his fist, Moscow strikes with his foot, giving Goku a kick full in the stomach. Goku recovers quickly and spits out some saliva. In battle stance, Goku stands up and saws off his fist. Goku joins his arms towards his waist and starts screaming. "Ah!" Goku begins to gather his power and by focusing his ki. Moscow looks at that and says, "Are you tired already, Mr. Goku? I can see you're gathering energy, and I haven't even started to warm up yet. Okay, let's have fun. I'm in a bad mood. My angels are gone. Okay, let's have fun because I'm in a bad mood and because my angel is gone." Goku keeps ignoring the god of destruction. At that time, Goku, with the little energy he had already accumulated, manages to calmly dodge Moscow's blows. So Moscow at the moment says, "Great, Mr. Goku. I can see you're going to amuse me enough. But how interesting." Goku, who was focused on just beating his opponent, says, "I am not a toy to satisfy your amusements. I will defeat you." And he goes for his opponent without realizing it. Goku is already managing not only to dodge the blows, from Moscow, but he also already manages to fight back. Goku hasn't noticed since the last time his power has grown exponentially. Goku starts delivering several blows to his vital points. When landing a punch on Mosco's left arm, Moscow quickly has his arm paralyzed. Moscow, amidst the laughter, says, "You really are strong! You managed to hit a vital point. At this moment, my left arm is no use for me." Goku starts to pant and says, "And I have more for you here." Goku again focuses his energies and finally makes the God Killer transformation. Goku, with heavier steps, starts to go towards Moscow, who is laughing because Goku landed only one hit on the God. Moscow at this time says, "Come on, Goku. Let's see what you're capable of." Goku then teleports up to him and starts unleashing some key spheres. Moscow, with a single arm, dodges and parries all of Goku's attacks and says, "Now I'm going to take you seriously, as you really are taking our fight very seriously." Moscow begins to focus his energy and lands a blow on Goku's face that makes him spit blood, and then he drags him for miles. Goku was really having a hard time defeating Moscow, the god of destruction. At that moment, Goku returns to his base form completely without strength. Moscow grabs him by the hair and throws him forwards in directions to Vados and Margarita. Then Moscow stretches his arms and says, "Hakai!" Goku is unable to move and already sees his death. More suddenly, Margarita flies towards Goku and holds him. Moscow's attack hits her in the middle of her back. Vados screams, "Margarita! No!" Deafening silence takes over the palace. When Goku saw what just happened, he held her in the arms. Even before that energy of destruction dissipated, the energy caused some wounds on Goku's arm. And then he slowly puts it down and says, "Why, Margarita? Why did you sacrifice yourself for me?" Margarita, her eyes full of tears, says, "Because I love you. And my sister Vados too. Don't worry, Mr. Goku. You will find a way. My master now Vermouth is definitely waiting for me." She looks deeply at Goku and says, "I started to admire you, Goku, and now I understand your motivations. I hope you manage to reach your goals, and maybe one day I will be able to find you again somehow." Margarita's body begins to disintegrate, and then Goku kisses her. Margarita, she turned into ashes and was carried away by the wind. Goku, at that moment, with a lot of anger, passes to his second God Killer transformation. Barely gives chance for his opponent to recover and starts unleashing countless attacks, which causes Moscow armor to start taking considerable amount of damage. Goku attacks more and more, leaving it in small pieces. At that time, the true body of Moscow comes out, thus leaving the little god of destruction exposed. This little thing says, "You broke my armor! I will kill you! I will kill you!" Filled with hatred for what had happened to Margarita, Goku gathers his energy to the palm of his hand and unleashes a different ki with small shockwaves passing through him and says, "Die! Die all at once!" Thus eliminated yet another god of destruction. Vados goes to Goku and says, "Margarita! She's gone. What now, Lord Goku? What should we do?" Goku, with his eyes full of tears, says, "I'm sorry, Vados. I'm sorry I couldn't protect her. Forgive me. Vados, let's get out of here." At that time, Goku and Vados go down to the mountain, towards the city where they had met the Cherry. Vados remembers that little boy and says, "Will we ever find him again?" Goku says, "Well, I hope so. He's pretty cool, isn't he, Vados?" At this time, Vados says, "Yes, Lord Goku." And so Goku and Vados go down the mountains. Passing through the middle of the city, Goku and Vados feel observed. And Goku says, "Are you feeling that, Vados?" Vados answers, "Yeah, it is as if someone is watching us." Just ahead, we see Cherry running towards Goku and Vados. "Hey, Mr. Goku, Miss Vados!" says Cherry. "How are you? Are you alright?" Goku replies, "Yeah, of course we are." Soon afterwards, Vados says, "Didn't I tell you? He's very, very strong." Then Cherry speaks. "Yeah, Miss Vados no. Yeah, Miss Vados said that you are very strong. When I grow up, I want to be just like you, Mr. Goku. Miss Vados, I need to tell you something, says the little boy. Vados and Goku look on with a look of curiosity. And Cherry raises her hand, and when passing in front of the eyes of the two, we see Margarita, which comes out of a little smoke. Goku and Vados get scared, and Cherry says, well, I guess you couldn't leave her here, could you? Goku and Vados don't give anything, and Margarita says, hey guys, don't worry, I will explain. She says this with a finger on her cheeks and her tongue sticking out like she just pulled a big prank. Meanwhile, Goku, Vados, and Margarita travel in search of the gods of destruction. Universe 7 will go through new conflicts where unimaginable things happen, thus changing everyone's destiny. It's been a long time since Goku left Earth in search of the gods of destruction. Vegeta stayed with his family, and the rest of the Z Warriors were responsible for taking care of the Earth. For a while, everything was peaceful. Beerus had wandered the galaxy for months and found a new purpose and goal. So in this period, the god decided to return to Earth. Beerus built his home. He created a sanctuary, or rather, a palace where he could contemplate the whole world. After all, he appreciated this planet a lot because he had lived incredible experiences here, but not for long. Along the way, he changed. After the traumas experienced by the divinity, he had evolved, and as he evolved, he became someone different. This being is the great and mighty Beerus. However, he is no longer known as Beerus the Destroyer. After all the journey he had, he contemplated the universes, and everything he could see, Beerus needed to be more than a destroying deity, but someone who would bring balance to the every world in every universe. So, he turned into Beerus the Accuser. He goes in several worlds bringing judgment to the beings that live there and the way they live. If that is a place where Beerus deems it worthy of existing, he will leave. However, if he deems that that world is not a place he deserves, he annihilates everyone, thus being the executioner himself. This new version of Beerus goes to Earth and begins to judge the beings there, who try to somehow surpass the judgment of Beerus the Accuser. At that moment, Beerus has an unusual wrath, because at that moment, a being that he thought was not worthy of living on the planet refused to accept their punishment. Beerus gave him two options. Number 1. Accept your punishment and be destroyed. Or you can suffer fighting me in combat, and in this way you will prolong your suffering. But anyway, your end has come. That man facing Beerus was Piccolo, who was nearby preparing himself in training. But even without accepting that he should simply be destroyed, Piccolo knew he wasn't capable of facing Beerus. So at that moment, using his powers, Piccolo using his telepathy sends a message to Kame-sama from Earth and asks them to say the message to all the other warriors after Piccolo sensed that his end was near. Meanwhile, in the middle of another universe, still on that small gray planet, we see Goku, Vados, and Margarita and his new friend saying goodbye to Goku. After all, the girls needed to continue their path in search of the gods of destruction. The three follow their path and their cube towards the next universe and consequentially towards their next opponent. Many battles are yet to come. At the dawn of the universes at Zeno's palace, Sama, Daishikan, and Zeno are impressed with Goku's performance. After all, he had already exterminated several gods of destruction. However, at this moment, the news about Beerus the Accuser has just reached Zeno, who feels furious because Beerus had no right to judge, or if he wants to think about becoming something different from what he was, because that was the destiny that Zeno gave to him. The High Priest approaches Zenos and says, "Don't worry, Zeno-sama. Soon Goku will return to Universe 7, and this way, he will take care of Beerus. Apparently, he lost his sanity. Let's hope Goku doesn't decide to return too late. So whatever damage Beerus does will be reversible." Zeno-sama agrees and says, "Alright, let's wait a bit. But if it takes too long, I myself will erase the entire Universe 7 from existence." Daishikan just closes his eyes and nods in agreement with Zeno-sama. Goku, Vados, and Margarita traveling through the universes decides to go to Universe number 9. But Vados has a warning to give Goku. And at this moment, Goku observes everything around him, and then Vados says,
Lord Goku, we are reaching our destination, but this is a dangerous place.
And confused, Goku then decides to ask, but why would this be such a dangerous place? And she responds,
due to the wormhole that transports space junk to hell. This is one of the oldest frontiers in existence, and there are remnants of hellish energy here. The gods and Lord Amadeo decided to leave a passage so that hell could release some of its toxins. So hell has this wormhole where it can be an entrance or an exit.
Goku remains confused and seizing his head says, but in every universe there's a hell, right? Vados nods and agrees by saying, yes. And Goku continues, so it means that here is like a passage to hell in this universe, right? And Vados then begins to say,
well, not exactly. This is a wormhole and a path that splits into several random trajectories where even if you know the beginning, you won't know the end. And as the hells of all universes are interconnected, it is possible that when passing through here, you can transit through the hell of any universe.
Margarita then interrupts them while saying,
several criminals in the past came here to try to escape by fleeing to another universe through this passage, but they all got lost and stuck halfway through or were simply sent down to the underworld.
Goku looks in wonder at that immense light in the middle of the space and is amazed. Margarita, when observing Goku, begins to approach little by little, and Vados, with a corner of her jealous eye, she looks at him with a look of anger on her face. Until in the next few seconds, something incredible happens. Margarita was about to grab Goku and cuddle him. However, out of sheer jealousy, Vados turns the cube with great force, losing control for a few moments, long enough for them to be sucked into the wormhole's incredible gravitational force, being thus sent straight into the infinite unknown of that endless path. Goku, Vados, and Margarita are inside the wormhole, being pulled out of control. Goku tries to use his powers, but his energy starts to fail. Vados then scream,
Mr. Goku, if you try to use your powers now, the force of attraction pulling the cube will make us explode. And here in this frontier, whatever semi-annual powers are unstable, so don't use your transformation with Divine Ki.
Goku then just tries to hold on as they are pulled. Margarita takes advantage of the turbulence and starts to dizzy going towards Goku. Vados, with her staff, puts the tip of her face of Margarita, holding her, and says,
don't you even try, you idiot.
After much shaking from side to side, the turbulence begins to stop and the cube stabilizes. Still inside the wormhole, they continue to travel aimlessly until a big collision happens, and they land. They land in what seemed to be a flowering field full of vegetation. Margarita simulates a dizzy, going from one side to the other, saying,
ooh, I'm dizzy. Wow, everything is spinning. Hold me.
And at this moment, she falls on the lap of Goku, who is embarrassed. Furious, Vados watches and says,
you idiot. The cube has stopped shaking for a long time. Stop pretending.
And Margarita responds,
I'm not dizzy with the cube. It's those eyes of Lord Goku that make me dizzy.
Vados then gets angry and goes over Margarita. But Goku is between the two and doesn't even let them fight. At this moment, the three are lost and have no idea where they are. Goku's ki is unstable due to the space distortion jumps, so he can't use his transformation. Vados then tells them,
we're going to stay here for a while and then we're on our way.
Goku looks around completely confused and with his hand on his head says, I wonder where we are. This place is very strange but very family friendly. Looks like we're on... Before he finishes speaking, above a clearing, a familiar silhouette appears amidst a heap of flower petals. To be continued. What is Beerus's real goal? Where did Goku, Margarita, and Vados go? Who is the mysterious being that appeared before them? Regardless of what it is more than important that you arrive exposing in your comments so that we can enter into that crazy debate. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss any videos. And that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.